And live.
Live we are.
Indeed.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome. So another Friday afternoon. And
Friday, end of the week.
End of the week and episode number 47.
47.
One more than last week.
Isn't that amazing?
Stating the evidence. So welcome, everyone. Quite a few people online already.
Excellent.
Great. Lots of stuff today.
We have so much stuff. So much.
We received heap of deliveries.
Yep. All exciting.
Some of those have been in the works for, I don't know, 3 months in the water.
Yeah.
Can we say been traveling from Japan for the past 3 months?
Yeah.
Very slowly. Went to Korea apparently.
It's been going everywhere.
And I had a holiday there.
That's right. Went around the Cape, went over there.
Yeah.
Had a European trip, came around.
Got here today.
I did.
Huge.
Yep.
Huge. So welcome everyone. So what do we have today? We have the usual car in here. Today is very special.
That's it. So car of the week. What is it?
What is it? As usual, manufacturer.
Yes.
Model
and color.
Color and year, I guess. So as much as you can, let us know.
That's right. I like these particular cars because they're not exactly obvious, are they?
Yeah.
Sort of obvious, but not.
There's a few different variations of something really similar. So let's see if you guys can start guessing this.
Yep.
What else do we have happening today? So I guess as usual, questions, let us know. We can run around and grab a few things and
do that?
Some live tutorials last minute.
Live tutorials, well, that's a bit of a challenge, but we'll give it a go.
We'll see.
Yep. So if there's anything you want to see, just let us know now. Pop up all the questions. We'd like to answer them. And then if there's something you want to see, we'll just run out and just grab it.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so today we're going to have lots of plastic kits, some RC stuff.
Yep.
Small train here. Brand new little train. Marlin's going to demonstrate that later on.
Yep.
And let's get started with some plastic kits.
Okay.
So we have 4 different
sort of, I guess, themes maybe, but we've got so much. All this stuff here, all this stuff here.
So much. Where would you like to start? So we got some Copper State, got some sci-fi, some cars, Star Wars.
Well, how about we start with Copper State? I guess that's sort of different to all the other stuff that's here.
Yes.
All right, so here's Copper State models. These are their brand new releases. And these just arrived shortly. Maybe you can't see that one. There we go. See that? Okay, so Copper State Models is from Latvia. Originally an American company that specialized in World War I, and particularly aircraft to start with.
Yeah.
And so they did a whole range of these particular. They did the Dolphin. This is the Newport 17. This is the later version, which is the 23.
23, yeah.
In the RFC colorings, so the British type. And then they also expanded into the World War I armored cars.
Yeah.
Because these were before tanks were used. Tanks were predominantly used in World War II. And this was when they started thinking about using motorized armored vehicles to help the infantry. So this one here, is it? That's a Lancia. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's a Lancia. So obviously Lancia's Italian.
Yeah.
So you can quite evidently see that quite often they used a existing chassis. So it's got a very car.
Really. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then they built all the armor around it. So that particular vehicle was used during World War I. And then some of them were actually used in World War II as well.
Right.
Early World War II. So they're hanging around, and a few of them were captured, and actually the Germans used them against the Allies. Don't know how long they lasted. They were only early in the war, and then the big tanks started coming out.
That's right.
And then you have this one, which is the Canadian version.
That looks beefy already.
It is. It's really interesting because the guy that designed these, he was actually a Frenchman that moved to Canada.
Right.
Made his fortune, and then proposed this idea. And like they did in World War I, most of these private ideas, they'll say, yep, sounds like a great idea. You fund it.
Oh, all right.
So he had to pay for it. So it was all his idea. He went to America, got one of the auto car chassis. So he picked the chassis from the auto car company, 2-ton truck chassis. Then he got some metal from somewhere. Yep. And then he got the guns from Colt, I think, at the time. But they fit Vickers onto them during World War I. So this car was the first one they actually had them arranged in organized battalions.
Yeah.
And they went and fought over in Europe.
Right. Wow.
And then from there, these were very instrumental in the design of the later half-tracks and things that were used in World War II. So really interesting. So you got your Lancia here, and then you got your Canadian armored car here, and then you've got this one here, which is actually in 32nd scale.
Big plane.
Yes, that's right. And so 32nd scale is in World War I. Kits was actually made quite famous by Wingnut Wings.
Yep.
And Wingnut Wings is also famous for really high detailed kits. And this is the same
Very
type
well
of thing.
made. Yeah.
Very good instructions. Really superb surface details, particularly the fabric covering. And this particular one is really popular too, simply because it's a British type. So yeah, these just arrived. So if you're interested in these,
Definitely.
they're ready to go.
We've done some unboxing this week.
Yes.
Recorded some unboxing, so that will go live. Guess next few days, next week or so.
Next week, yes.
So on YouTube. So
yeah, look
keep
out
on
for those.
YouTube, and we'll have some really good unboxing of that one for sure. Have you
This
done
one for
this
sure, and then the Canadian one,
Yes.
and then Lancia will probably the following week.
The week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, this is good.
Very, very interesting.
So like the box art's really good too.
I agree, and the overall quality is definitely improving. And it's nice to see they start picking some different kind of models, a bit older, so just so we can explore their history too.
Yes.
So we have a suggestion here. To look at the Star Wars. So,
Star Wars.
Meanwhile, we have quite a few people joining us. So there's Rob, there's Tony. So welcome everyone.
Well, I guess Star Wars is pretty topical at the moment because we just had May the 4th be with you.
Yes. So shall I grab them?
Yeah, let's
Start with the small ones.
Yep, we've got a few sort of dotted all over the place. All right, so we got the Millennium Falcons are back in stock. So this is a 1:1 44 scale one. They did make a bigger one, which is really hard to come by. They had a perfect grade one. I don't know if we'll ever see that out again. So this is an XP sync, really nice detail, and these can be lit as well. So there's an optional lighting unit you can drop into these. So this particular one is in the version of the Rise of Skywalker. So I'm not too sure what the differences are, but this particular one, different to the original version.
Yep.
So the original one that they made had the square radar. This is a more traditional looking one with the round radar. So what are those? What have we got here? Oh, okay, we've got the best friends here. The best friends of C-3PO and R2-D2. So you could get these as a individual kits.
Yeah,
but as a pack, they really make a lot of sense. Beautiful kits. So these are fully posable as well. They got moving joints and just snap together. You don't have to paint them.
Then
what have we got there? Oh, okay. So we've got the Death Star packs. So these are the miniature ones, which are like desktop scale.
Yeah.
And it also comes with a really nice Death Star, like a little mini Death Star. Really impressive how they get the individual layers in the detail of that one, because it's the semi-built version. Okay, so that's that.
Little Yoda.
Yoda. So Yoda's a bit of a favorite. So you actually get two Yodas in this one.
Wow.
You got a little one and
a big one.
Yeah, so you can see them there. And from the top camera.
There we go.
All right, so where are we? Oh, let's just move it down here. There we go. So you can see the two there. So you got the bigger one, which is like the CG angry Yoda. And then you got the little one, which is a friendly old one, which you saw in Empire Strikes Back.
You can see up here.
Better here?
Yeah.
So you can see how angry CG one is.
Yeah.
And then little friendly puppet version.
That's good.
Yeah. So you get both. So it's good. So yeah. They're not the haven't seen these for a little while. So
definitely.
They look really good. All right.
Here's
and then
another destroy the little one again.
Yes. So this is another combo pack. So
Yes.
these we've had before as separates. So this has got the Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
And also, what do they call it? The Super Star Destroyer, that big, massive version. So you get the two packs all in the one box.
If I remember right, I think the Super Star Destroyer is from a newer series that has recently come out, the last three.
I don't know.
I think so.
I
don't know personally.
Could be.
Could be. Let's see if anyone else has got any insight on this.
I don't know. Since there's 9 movies, and I'm more familiar with the earlier series, I just think it looks cool. It made this big, gigantic Star Destroyer.
And then, biggest and greatest.
Oh, here's a big Star Destroyer.
Gigantic.
Haven't seen these in a little while. So these were available in 2 versions as well when they first came out. So this is the second largest one. Is there? Hang on. I think this is the biggest version. So
the 1 to 5,000 scale, this one.
Yes. So this particular one is the one with all the lighting included. Yeah. So you could get another one, which is a smaller box without the lighting. Yeah. But the lighting definitely makes all the difference.
It definitely does.
Yes. So you've got all the cutouts in it already. So you don't need to drill anything. And then you just drop in the lights in the various spots. And it's got a little base.
Yep.
Fully illuminated. Very nice.
Should we see if we can open it?
Yeah, let's have a quick look.
Oh, listen.
As a Star Wars fan myself, I would say I'm very tempted for this.
Tempted?
All right. Well, so first thing we can see here is black kit.
Yep. So there's a lighting unit that
control box.
Yep. That drops inside the base. So over here you've got you can see all the white molded parts. So yeah, so they've got all the little holes already molded into them for the light to come through. But if you want to go further, you also got the clear version. You see? So the clear version means you can mask out areas so you can have more lit.
Transparency, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So you got the options there. So the easy build or the harder build with paint. Then over here, oh, that's probably important. This will give you an idea of the actual size. That's it. So it's a good, I don't know, it's 30 centimeters, you reckon?
Yeah, it will be about 30 centimeters, yeah.
So all this, so you get the superstructure that builds up here. You got all those side sections, which we saw earlier with all the holes in it. And then you obviously got a base. And then this also comes with the small Millennium Falcon that gets sucked into it.
Absolutely.
And we'll try and find it. It's really small. And also a Millennium Cruiser, I think.
Right, not here.
Not there?
This away under here.
Yeah, probably in one of these somewhere. See if we can spot him. Not there. So there's a superstructure, all these bits here. They've got all the holes in it. Not there. It's well hidden there. It's really small.
I think this is under sun.
Really small.
Says
Somewhere.
it's hiding.
Somewhere.
What's in here? No, some extra bits. Some clear parts here. No. Let's see.
There somewhere. They're on the side of the box.
Okay, so it should be somewhere. Let's see if the instructions are giving us any.
They'll be tiny, tiny.
There's some instructions here. That's actually showing how to do the lights, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cool.
That's gonna be really, really nice actually.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, you found it? Oh, that's tiny.
That's a Millennium Falcon right there.
Oh dear.
It's just a bit smaller than my finger. And then the Millennium Cruiser is probably on here as well. Oh, there it is there.
That's
So
tiny.
just to give you an idea of how big this thing is.
It's huge.
Yeah.
And so in this one to show you all the
Well, that's the original.
yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's a very interesting kit then.
I was giving you hints on how to drill additional holes.
Yep.
And then using more fiber optics.
Wow. This is a very nice kit. There's can be quite a lot of work taking onto this one.
Hmm.
Let's pop this under here again.
Yep. Okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
All right.
So you can just see here there's a little bag of all the LEDs inside. They're all pre-wired. Good. So yeah, these are really hard to come by at the moment.
How many did we receive this? Is that the only one?
This is the only one.
So very, very special.
Yes. That's it.
Very good.
There we go.
This is Side Destroyer. I think it's from the second original movie, or part 5, as we know it today. There we go.
Part 5. Part 5. What's that? Empire Strikes Back. Is that part 5? 1, 2, 3. Because 4 was the first Star Wars. 5 is Empire Strikes Back.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I think so.
Here we go. Yes, that's correct.
Ah!
Well done. Well done, everyone.
Yay! Do I get
Very
a prize?
Yeah.
I do.
Only if you guess the car.
Oh. You're going to say no? That would have been, yeah. Okay. Well, that's Star Wars, so some really nice stuff here.
Very good. So let's see if you get any guesses on the car yet. Anyone? So no guessing on the car yet.
Oh, it's sort of obvious, isn't it? Isn't there a big
so.
logo in the front there?
Oh yeah, you can't really miss it actually.
Yeah. So come on. Oh.
And that's
The
it.
maker, that's pretty easy.
The maker, we shouldn't be able to miss it. The
Yeah.
model may be harder.
Yes.
Let's see.
All
It's
right.
obvious it's an Aston Martin.
An Aston? Yes.
Okay, so what's next?
All right, what's next? Shall we look at some more plastics?
Yes.
How about some cars?
Right, cars.
Yep. So we received a lot of HASEGAWA as well, and in that were quite a few car releases. That's something quite nice. So that's a Toyota Celica 1600 from the Macau GP. So I don't know what year that would have been. Photos look really, really old. So
You do actually, yeah.
probably 80s maybe.
Yeah.
Cool though. I really like the color. The color.
That's yeah.
Color's cool. It's really poppy. And with that, I mean,
Got there's another one here.
good old soap dish. The BMW 2002 Ti.
Is that
Yeah, I
on
like that
snow?
shirt.
That's 1969 actually.
Yeah, that's classic. I saw one of
Very
these.
classic, yeah.
There was a reconditioned one at can't remember what that big car show was at the exhibition building.
Right.
Actually, quite tiny, but very classy looking car. And then in this sort of rally configuration, that's pretty cool. So that's from the Monte Carlo rally. Really nice.
So Graham suggested it's 1973 Celica.
73, is it?
Yeah, there's some suggestion here.
73.
So, yeah,
Let's
also
see
Rob
why.
suggesting late 70s. So I think I'm on the right path there.
Oh, I didn't say anything here, so we'll have to do the Mr. Google will have to help us out with that one.
So anyway, we know this is roughly early or late 70s.
Yep. I really like this kit too.
And there's a Lamborghini, hey?
Yeah.
That's
So the
cool.
Georgia. So the Georgia's been around as a kit from HASEGAWA in quite a lot of different versions. So they got the standard version, then they had this special photo etch version. I don't know if you saw that, but they had the individual grills
Oh,
for each of the intakes, which
Wow.
probably would have taken you a few weeks to finish. But tiny, tiny. And this particular version, they've been giving some of their kits a renewed life with an additional resin figure.
Yep.
And the resin figures are incredibly well sculpted,
detailed.
really,
Yeah.
really realistic looking. So particularly this one, and I think they've had another figure which is sort of leaning against the car as well. But it's good value because for the price, I mean, with a resin
Definitely.
figure,
Yeah.
works out well, and you've got an instant diorama.
Yes.
Really
Beautiful.
nice.
Beautiful. Well,
So that's it for
cars, I think we
Yeah.
should pull up this cars. Actually, since we're
Oh,
talking
that's
about
a bit
cars,
different.
there's
Yeah.
something a bit different.
yes.
Again, part of this shipment, we're going to see some Mini Z.
Here we go.
Here we go. We actually have quite a few more, but we haven't yet opened all boxes. So these are Mini Z bodies.
Yes.
So they're quite rare, actually, from what I understand.
Yeah,
Not
they're hard to
always
come by.
available.
Yes.
And we managed to source a few, probably 10 or 12 different ones, something
Yeah,
like that.
something like that. Yeah.
And so these are pretty much body shell that you can put on your Mini Z. We've been presenting Mini Z in the last few months. And as you know, Mini Z come to new releases with different body shells, but you can always swap them, replace them,
Yes.
and customize them. And here's another opportunity.
Yep.
What do you have there?
Well, this particular one looks like an RX-7
Yes.
from Initial D.
That's it. That's
So
it.
that's the animation
The
of the drifting around mountains
right.
and things like that. And the guy goes out racing with his family's tofu making delivery
Right.
AE86, and it's got the tofu brand on the side.
Yep.
So yeah, that's pretty cool.
So we had quite a few of the Initial D kind of releases coming through, but they haven't been in the past probably almost 6 months or so. I don't remember seeing any.
No.
It's good we have some bodies.
Yes.
You can still modify your current Mini Z to that series.
So those who aren't aware, I mean, Mini Z is the very small radio control cars, and they have very, very realistic looking bodies.
Yeah.
As you can see here, you can see how much detail is in the bodies themselves.
We'll pop them on the top camera.
Yeah. And because of that, I mean, that's another reason for being able to get spare bodies too, because when you're using them, I mean, you can't help but crash them sometimes, and they'll get damaged.
Start losing mirrors and
Yes.
spoilers.
Yes.
So
And
we
then
have them
paint gets scratched.
just giving a bit of a with the
Yeah.
polish, and it's quite interesting. So they come in this format with a chassis, but it's not a functional chassis. So you get the wheels.
Yes.
Which I don't know whether you can actually remove them and use them, but I suspect it will be plastic wheels. I should actually open one. Let's see if we can get-
Yeah, I don't know if they're meant to be for using, but I mean, it makes a really nice display model anyway, because it's complete.
That's right. So I guess if you had one chassis and multiple bodies, you can always keep the bodies on resting on the chassis here.
Oh,
They
that's
almost
right,
look like-
and have a running.
yeah.
Yeah,
Let's see.
got that one there.
We can open them up.
So the gloss is really nice on these. So they've been
There we
clear
go.
coated. They've got a mirror finish.
Well, the wheels are actually rubber.
Well, I guess we're going to try them.
So we'll have to explore this. As you can see, it looks really, really good.
So this is a nice plain finish one. So you could quite easily customize this.
Customize, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Put
Some
different livery on
decals
it.
and
Big
different
figure
colours.
stripe down the center.
Yes.
Spoiler.
Yeah, big spoiler.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So yeah, so proportions are really good. I think that the true scale is like 28th scale, I think. But
Yeah.
I mean, the close enough to 24 scale that people have modified 24 scale plastic model kits to fit on these as well.
To fit them in the car, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
So this is good because I mean, Mini Z is getting pretty popular at the moment. So this one here is the latest GTR. So that's an R35.
Yep. Again, very detailed.
Yeah, so really nice deep silver super gloss on it. And this one's got like a two-tone on the front end.
I guess Kyoshi's is known also for diecast.
Yes, they make premium diecast.
Premium diecast,
Yeah.
so they obviously have some good experience and ability of manufacturing diecast models,
Yes.
which is pretty much similar to what you do on some of those cars, actually.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so that's really nice. Same sort of thing. Then you take off the case, use it as a display model.
Yeah.
Or pop it on your car and drive it around.
Absolutely. So we will have some photos coming live in the next few days, probably next week.
Yep.
Once we finish unpacking this huge shipment, and yes, the full selection. So
For sure. All
All
right,
right.
so that's the R35.
Yeah.
Got the RX-7 there. That's a C3.
and there's GTR R32.
Yeah.
I've got a question for you guys regarding drifting competitions. Is
Yeah.
there such a thing as, like with these mini Zs, is there
Yeah.
such a thing as themed drifting? So, say if they target a particular series or show, they're like, you have to have a car themed from this show to enter this competition. Is that such a thing?
I don't think specifically they do. I think drift racing at the moment is just bring your drift car in,
Yeah,
drift
and
whatever
race.
style you want. And then I guess it wouldn't be hard for them to theme it and say, okay, we're going to do an initial D drift, and everyone has to bring an initial D type car.
That'd be-
But then again, I mean, most cars are initial D style, aren't they?
That's right. Yeah.
They use a drift type car in there anyway. So yeah.
That's an interesting idea, though. Like theme it. Could
Yeah, it would be. I mean, the early racing used to be
Yeah.
themed.
Yeah.
So yeah, why not? Make it look more realistic.
There's chance for everything, really.
Yes.
All right. So let's back this one.
Yes.
Okay. So I think
What else should we look at?
there's some guesses on the Ferrari. I think
Is it a Ferrari? No.
someone suggested it's a Ferrari.
No.
So Rob suggested it's some sort of Ferrari,
It is some sort of Ferrari.
which is correct.
Yep. Yep.
So
That's 100%.
definitely not a slicker.
Not a sleeker.
No.
No.
And so okay. So let's go to the next step. Which Ferrari?
Which one is it? I don't know.
Someone suggested before that it's one of the most expensive.
Yes. Tom
most-
Settle's the most expensive.
Or second most expensive.
Oh, second most.
perhaps. So anyway, up there. So that could be a bit of a hint. Even though there's quite a few expensive Ferrari out there.
There's a lot, I think.
And Tony suggests it's not an 812 Competizione. No, I don't think definitely not an 812.
Nope.
But let's start excluding some. So
Yeah. Okay. What shall we look at next?
the Mac or is it the more of this sci-fi stuff? What do you think?
Well, how about we pull this off?
Yeah,
Sort of in its own sort of thing.
Okay, so
What do we got here?
this is very, very new actually to us.
So these are destroyed buildings.
Yes, in 1 to 144 scale actually,
Yes.
which is pretty much this scale here actually,
Yes.
and scale.
And also Bandai Gundam HG scale. They're 1 to
Indeed.
144 scale as well.
So this is perfect to do some nice dioramas with your Gundams.
That's right. So whether or not you want to do them on, I mean, these all look really interesting on a layout. You have your layout just
Yeah.
going around, and then you have this blown out building just in the middle. So let's have a quick look inside. So it's 3 different kinds. We'll just open this up here.
Yes. All right.
So we get that there. Okay, that's the first kind there. All right, let's just check that out. All right, so there's a C version and destroyed building. So it's just basically got a facade there with individual blown out,
Parts.
yeah,
Section levels.
levels. All right, as we open up, you can see
Pre-colored as well.
it's all pre-painted.
Wow.
So pre-painted and gravel. Okay, so basically you got rubble there as well.
Come in a big bag.
Yep. So you see that they're all segmented.
You've got all the cracks here.
Yep, and sort of burnt effects. All the windows are already in.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a very simple construction. It's just like clipped together. A little bit of glue, of course, to put on all your debris, but it comes in this sort of style.
Here we go.
And you got your main section here. Okay, so there's the main facade. There's the front end of it.
Like this part here broken off like that.
Yeah, that's right. And you got these sort of dust effects with the airbrush work.
You can see the concrete actually. I don't know if you can see from the photo actually, but there's a concrete texture here in the break off.
Yeah. So a bit where the plasters come off.
Yeah.
And then you got super broken bits there.
Yeah. Got a base.
That's the base.
And if you flip it, actually.
Flip it over here.
Look at this.
So you got all, I guess that's, what is that? Is that lighting? Or is that supports
I think the floor? Support. Yeah.
Floor supports?
Yeah, I would say so.
There's a bit of work there, isn't it?
Definitely.
They've done very well.
Definitely interesting. So this is from another Japanese manufacturer called Tomitech, actually.
Yes.
Tomitech produces quite a few different type of hobby products, from model kits of all kind, including then model trains.
Yes. So that's really nice. So that's one of those.
Yep.
I quite like this too, because that's actually a sign that goes on top of the main what do you call that? The foyer area. So that's the Chelsea Hotel, but the hotel's gone, and the hot's been broken off.
And I was looking at this.
That looks like the elevator.
So that's
the old school elevator part.
Yeah.
It's tubular.
Yeah.
And that's mounted in the corner of the building.
Very well thought, actually.
So that's really nice there.
And so there's three different versions.
Yep. So we'll just have a look at another one here. So this version here is
version A, actually.
A.
So,
all right.
Okay, different boxing.
Yeah. So this one is sort of deeper.
Deeper building, yes.
Yeah. Okay, a little bit smaller in height. But you got the roller door there.
That's
all the
pretty
dirt
cool.
and such.
Yeah. Half building there.
Yeah. Got the side here.
Yeah.
You see the little lugs where it all pushes together. And then you got broken bits, like big chunks.
Big chunks of
Yeah.
building.
Yeah. And then you got
your
bag of
bags.
debris. And then I guess is there a base here?
There's
Oh, there's a base here.
Yeah.
So it's a little narrow one. Yeah, it looks good. So nice. And then there's this one here, which is
option B.
Well, there. This one's sort of strapped together. So
Let's see.
See if we can get this one open.
Open this up.
All right. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Excellent. This one looks like it's got a few more walls to it. All right, so you got a bigger base there.
Yeah, definitely.
Quite like the way they've got the different coloured interiors, because each building would have had different coloured floors.
Yeah, different tiling, and you can see some explosion there, some cracks.
Yep. Got some section here.
Yep.
And then this one's a little bit more detailed, isn't it? It's got the window frames are in different colours.
Yes.
So they've been silvered. Are they? So aluminium frames.
I really like the window broken here. There's half the frame there.
Oh,
the frame
yes.
has been broken off.
Yep.
If you can actually see there. Here we go. That's probably pretty good. Probably up here. You can see that. Probably. Let's try to turn it actually. Probably see from the other side better. But it's.
Oh yeah,
the
you
frame
got
has
that
been
smashed bit there.
broken off there.
Yep. And then over here you got a brick section.
And there's some
floor.
internal walls.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the floor. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks nice. And then again, you've got big broken concrete pieces. And then you've got your debris, which is like a little gravel type.
What's this part here? Is it a section or something? No, it's a piece of. Is it brick?
I don't know.
Column.
Is it? Got a broken column?
Broken column. Yeah.
Yep. So good stuff. So excellent for post-apocalyptic. I mean, just something that's been left over from the conflict.
That's
Not
right.
good. It's pretty sizable, isn't it?
This spot back here, I can see here.
Yeah. Was it
Couple
70s?
of options,
70s?
I think, isn't it?
No, that's 70. That's the side.
120 by 70.
Yep. By
So,
90
by 90.
high.
That's pretty good size, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool.
We've got Keenan said that in their opinion, some of the best stuff comes from Japan. They said for that reason they would like to see Tamiya do a 1 to 200 or larger scale of the Titanic, because
Yes.
they said trumpeter. There was some things which were possibly missed.
Yeah. So I think one of the things is it's very rare now for Tamiya to fully tool anything new and anything really big.
Big, yeah.
And I think when they commit to a mold, they do it 100%. And if they were to do a 200 scale Titanic, I think
Yes,
it'll be very, very expensive.
absolutely.
Yeah. So I think that's one of the reasons why they don't do any big releases, because Trumpeter has come along and started making these very affordable large kits, which are decent quality, but
They're
they're
not
not
perfect.
quite up to
Yeah.
a Tamiya type standard. So you can see that where they've done 32nd scale aircraft from Tamiya. You look at their Phantoms and such. I mean, they're very, very expensive kits. And we compare that to a Trumpeter kit, you can see the finish is much better on a Tamiya. Although, I mean, even the more modern Trumpeters may have a little bit extra detail. They might have extra parts and things.
That's right.
At the end of the day, fit and overall finesse of a
It's
kit,
still probably superior.
Tamiya is still
definitely.
superior, I think. Yeah.
Definitely.
So, I mean, we can wait and see, but I doubt it very much that they'll
That's
actually
gonna
invest
happen.
in anything that
Yeah.
big. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. A bit of a shame, but yeah, it's just that they've got the competition they've come out and it doesn't sort of make sense, I think.
That's right. To put something that will look very, very expensive, I suppose.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, there's going to be many people that have already bought it.
Yeah.
There will be thousands of people that have bought a Trumpeter Titanic now. And if they were to make a super duper Titanic, would people be prepared to pay the thousands of dollars for it?
How many Titanic can you fit in the house? Of
How
that
many
size?
Titanics?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
huge.
well, if you got a Titanic sized house,
Yes,
quite a lot of them.
exactly.
But yeah,
You wouldn't probably build two in your lifetime.
no.
It would
But, you
be a
know,
challenge.
I'm sure the companies like Tamiya are always looking out for
Ideas.
data.
Yeah.
So if there's enough people that say we want a 200 scale Titanic,
It may happen.
that's right. So if you've got any Japanese friends, get them to get their friends to contact them, because I think they build for the home market first.
That's true.
So yeah,
Very true.
try that.
So,
All
Very
right,
good.
so they're the little
All right.
prototype buildings.
so, before we get on to some Mac stuff, should we have a look at this?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
this is pretty special. I don't quite understand what this is.
I think
So-
Warwick had some insights before.
He
on the
did. So this was built by what's he called himself? He has a particular builder's name. It'll come to me. All right, let's move on to what
Let's
this
move
is.
on. I will message Tom.
Yes. Okay, so this is a well, his real name is Vincent. Mild Customs.
Okay.
So Mild Customs has built this. We're quite lucky that Mild drops off some really nice work to show off. So he predominantly does Gundam,
Yes.
and this is from what I can gather, I think it's a conversion kit that's been added onto this particular Bandai, and he's done an incredible job in getting the candy apple effect coming through. I think the best way to have a look at it is probably from the upper.
Probably the camera's not going to come through as good as in person, but the color is really deep. You can see all the.
So if I just try to rotate this, you'll see how the I think he's going to lose his weapon there. How the red changes its intensity because it's a clear coat, meaning that as you look at it from different angles, you're getting different depths of red. And he's also enhanced that with some pre-shading of a darker tone.
Yeah.
It's actually a really angry finish, which suits this really well. Because quite often when you see pictures of the, I think it's a Sazabi, it's actually quite light colored. But yeah, you can probably see all the reflections coming off all of here.
You can definitely, yeah. And
It's
you
done
can
a
see
really-
some darker parts.
Yeah, it's done a really good job on this. And then it's got these really contrasty white rockets on the back of it. Then also up here too. So just to break it all up.
Yeah, definitely like that matte finish on these rockets. So the white is all in matte.
Yeah, so you got different finishes, which is really interesting too, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got this high gloss and then you got a full matte. And then you can just gently see the really subtle tone effects on here. So he's got a little bit of pre-shade. Gives him more of a three-dimensional effect. And then his metallic parts here, it's got this gunmetal finish, which is quite nice too.
Yeah,
For the framework.
definitely.
And then you've got the bling. You've got the black and the gold, which is a classic contrast color.
And again, you've got a matte black.
Yes.
So that really pops out. In a sense,
Yep.
it's contrast to all the shiny red.
Yes, that's right. And then you've got all your fingers here, which are all individually moving.
Wow.
So a lot of articulation in this particular model.
Definitely.
He's done a really good job.
And he
then
does
the
have
shield,
also
of course.
the shield. Same kind of finishing.
Yeah, so you got the bling, and then you can really see the red here. You see the pre-shade, there's a little bit of dark pre-shade coming through, and then the extra depth of the red that's been applied.
Yeah, Tony's suggesting there's a great bending effort. Definitely, this was quite a few hours of work, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people don't quite appreciate how difficult it is to build one of these larger Gundam kits, because to get it to be fully articulated, you can't quite just do the assembly like I would normally do. I'll assemble as much as I can and then paint it. This all needs to be left in very small sub-assemblies and painted in individually. Wow. So you've probably got hundreds of bits that are on sticks and that you're trying to paint at the same time. So to get this really uniform sort of look.
And consistent across the full unit.
Yes. That's really, really difficult to do.
Definitely.
So well done to Vincent and Mold Customs. He's done a really good job. So everything he brings in is really interesting. So if you're in the area, pop in because we'll have this on display.
It's at the front, in the front cabinet.
Yes.
As you enter the door, you can't miss it.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
there you go. Look at this guy.
It's beautiful. Really nice.
Impressive. Very good.
So yeah, so that sort of fits in with all the sort of new stuff we've got, doesn't it?
All right.
This is a bit different. And then
I'm noticing this one is similar color. What is this?
That's something different again. All right, here's a semi-quiz. So what is this?
All right.
What is the name of this beast?
I think Marlin is almost ready actually to talk about trains. So everyone can think about what this may be.
Yes.
Park it here.
Yep.
And Marlin's going to pop in.
Hey, Marlin.
Come in. It's coming. Welcome.
Got a whole bunch of new stuff, and I'm sure you've got some new stuff too.
Look at all that.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
Well, we've asked everyone to guess what this is. They have to tell us what it is.
Okay.
I'm sure you know what it is.
I have a rough idea.
I know what it is. We'll give them a few minutes, but while they're thinking about it,
sure.
What have you got here?
Oh, thank you. Look at this.
Set it all up.
Nick's got it already
ready.
So we're going to talk about some new arrivals from Bachmann that we received this week.
Okay, cool.
So Graham Farish, first of all. So that's Bachmann's N-gauge line of trains.
Yep.
And we had this locomotive come in. I'm not quite sure if you can see it.
How about
quite small?
I might just move this across. So
yeah.
All right. So I'll shift them over here.
I might bring the track along if I can. Oh, there we go.
That's it.
I can see it. Perfect.
Yeah.
There we go. So I was playing around with this earlier, and this is probably the most impressive N-gauge locomotive that I've seen yet.
Oh, really?
So we've looked at sound-equipped locomotives before.
Yep.
Even N-gauge ones, because they're getting more and more common, because the technology is getting better and better.
Yep.
More accessible. So I thought we'd give this a go. It's a Class 40. So that was a British Railway locomotive that was developed and used in the 50s throughout BR's early transition period.
Yep.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for fixing that. And we'll just we'll turn it on and see what it sounds like.
Yes. Oh.
So your horns.
So you're ramping up.
You can hold that for as long as you want. So that's.
That's not for kids then.
That could be quite annoying, couldn't it?
And then we'll throttle it
Oh,
up
off it goes. Well, that slow pickup really gives it a lot of weight.
Well, that's on zero throttle now, so it just effectively, momentum's built into it, and it will just. You got to sort of like judge your braking distances just right.
That's going for a long time, actually.
That is.
You've been testing this before.
I have.
You know this.
I had to sort of get my head around that, and you can probably adjust. Yeah. You probably configure how well that works.
It's still moving.
Yeah, it's still coasting.
Oh, he's just stopped.
But even at like the very lowest speed step,
it
barely moves. It's really smooth.
Oh, it is.
Wow.
It's gone back now.
So this is testing with the N-scale is kind of long way.
Yeah.
Because a few years ago you couldn't do this on an N-scale model.
Not nearly as well.
So smooth.
And so this is very nice.
So very impressed with that. But what I'm really impressed with, and I hope it comes across well for you guys at home, or wherever you're watching
Oh,
this.
oh,
No!
He's-
I didn't hit the alert. See, it takes so long to stop this thing. It's a minor accident, but it's okay.
Yeah, everyone's fine.
No
Yeah, we'll
casualties. It's
No,
fine.
good.
But the quality of the sound, it's really loud. Like, it's almost as loud as some of the HO scale ones that we've looked at. Is it going the right way?
And the sound is really crisp too. It doesn't sound hollow at all.
And this is one of the larger N-gauge locomotives they produce, like just in terms of the overall size of it. So it gives them more room to play with.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just very impressed with what they were able to achieve with this one. So that's something that's really cool to look at. And there's a lot of other great N-gauge locomotives that have come in. I think one is hiding right around here. You can see it on screen. Think about it.
You got it?
Yeah, I can feel it. I can see it on screen. There we go.
Ah, yes.
That's colorful, isn't it?
Do you want me to turn this off? Or do you want to... You can hear the shutdown sequence too, which is pretty cool.
Oh yeah, let's listen to that.
It's real neat.
That's it.
That's cool. Bye bye.
But we've got this little, it's a Class 66 Loco, and this is like quite a common thing to see on British Railways
You've got a
these
biffa.
days. A biffa.
A biffa.
Oh, wait, are we on?
We can go.
Yeah, so
Here
we
you
can have a
go.
look at the detail. So yeah, these are quite an ordinary locomotive that you'd see pulling freight around the UK currently. So Biffa is a waste management company. And this has been dubbed so basically they just use these locomotives to haul trash trains.
Trash train.
This might be hard to see, but this has been given a special title.
Yep.
This is the Flying Dustman.
Flying Dustman.
So like sort of an homage to the great flying Scotsman of the past.
Yes.
This sort of quite jokingly decided to give it that name.
Well, it
And
fits in
it's
quite well, doesn't it?
Sort of a favorite of like railway enthusiasts.
Right.
This particular one. And it's just a really nice locomotive. But for me, the story behind it and behind the name and the fact that this is used for quite a pedestrian task, like hauling garbage around, is really funny. So we have this locomotive in N and 00 gauge.
Looks really nice. I like the colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, the colors are good.
Very careful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit different.
Super fine ribbing on the side there, isn't it? Just under the biffa.
Yeah, it might be. Let's see if it focus.
Close.
Yeah, it might be.
Oh, you guys know exactly. There's a sweet spot.
That's it.
You gotta
Yeah,
find a
yeah,
sweet
yeah.
Move.
spot.
You got it.
But they call these the garden sheds. I think that's a common nickname for them because of that
Garden shed.
corrugated side.
Oh yeah.
But apparently these are all over the UK.
Yep.
But this particular one's special for that
Right.
reason. Its special title.
Nice.
But yeah, that's just a look at just some of the few of the many N-gauge Graham Farish locomotives that have come in. And
And some rolling stock.
that's it too. Did you guys want to have a look at some buildings?
Oh yeah.
So that's actually very nice as well. So let me grab that for you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. So
So buildings is something that
boxes first.
in the past they haven't been the easiest to come by, have they? A lot of people really had to scratch build their own buildings, but I mean, buildings can be quite a handful to try to scratch build.
that's right. And Bachmann specifically branch line, they have been very proactive in the past, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 years.
Yep.
And they've produced a huge amount of really, really detailed buildings. And some scale as well.
Especially if you're making a little village. I mean, by the time you add a number of buildings to your village,
That's right.
you scratch build in, they'll take you a lifetime.
And they're all resin buildings, so
Yes.
fully painted and weathered, which is really nice.
Yeah, it's really great. The level of detail is better than what a lot of modelers can achieve, really, without a tremendous amount of time and skill invested. So
That's right.
you can create quite a professional looking model railway with a village relatively quickly.
And they're creating all this ecosystem where you can build, like almost connect them together to create this kind of the station or the village and all the accessories, because there's lots of, you can see a couple of accessories there too, which is quite nice. So, all right, show us what you've got.
All right. So first thing, so these are all. So this is part of Bachmann's SCENECRAFT range. So the ones we're going to look at first are 00 gauge or sort of like HO gauge, the most common one. And the first one we'll look at is the Petrol Station.
A petrol station.
Yeah, petrol
Look at
station.
this. That's what it is.
Oh, it's old school.
Yeah, so you've got the petrol Bowsers in the plastic bag.
Okay. Old school
which
petrol
is neat.
Bowsers.
Yeah,
Like, what, are they 50s, 40s?
probably 40s, 50s, maybe
Yep.
even later time period.
Yep.
So this is the Aidensville Garage, and it has all sorts of information about the proprietor. But you could effectively cover those with whatever you want.
Yep.
With your name.
Yeah, you could. You could put anything you on there that you want. There's a nice level of detail there, and plenty of room for a fun garage scene that you could peer through the door and see, perhaps.
And you can also put some LEDs and put some lights.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But this would go good with some Oxford brand die-cast cars. Like even if you weren't in model railways, you could display your 1/76 scale cars with this.
Sure the side yet the texturing actually on the wall, I think should come pretty good on camera actually.
It's almost like concrete.
Oh, the rendering.
Is the render, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's really nice actually.
Got the individual tiles too on the ceiling, on the roof.
I've got a question for you guys regarding this. For dioramas, this I'm estimating should work with some Gundams if you want to do it as part of the, say, old English style diorama.
Well, you could do. I guess with this scale, the closest would be 1/60.
Yeah.
So with a Gundam, so it wouldn't look that out of place. So you could do.
You can probably do in 7-second scale aircraft or perhaps
Yes,
Yeah,
so tanks and things like
it's
that.
not
That'll work
perfect,
too.
but yeah, could
Yeah.
get close enough.
You wanna,
Yeah.
let's have a look at another one. But yeah, you're right. 1/76 scale and 1/72 aren't too dissimilar, so you could potentially get away with
That's
with
right.
that. Yeah. And another one we're going to look at is the Leston signal box. So there's a whole range of Leston themed buildings. So that particular region has a very distinctive brick that they would have used, and you can carry on that theme by buying other buildings within that range that have the same sort of design style. So this is like a little signal tower that you'd find along the line. And again, it's very nicely detailed with nice brick and weathering. One thing I really like about what Bachmann does with their signal boxes, and this has been consistent with all of the ones we've seen, is that the roof is removable and the interior is detailed.
Oh, wow.
So you've got wooden floorboards in there.
Yep.
And the idea being is that you can put signalmen in there and maybe some signal stands and detail it. And if you wanted to add lighting,
And everything, yeah.
that could totally be achievable with little effort as well. So that's a really nice touch.
And you can see also the gutter here. It's
Oh, yeah.
on the side here. It's really well detailed.
Yeah, there's rain gutters on the roof, and that would carry on there. And you've got your little notch cut out for the chimney,
The chimney, yeah.
and then you put that on, and then it all goes together. There you go. There's your gutter and how it meets the roof there. So that's really nice. It's a small signal tower too, so that would be good for a small layout.
I'm really impressed with the finish on the bricks. They look really nice.
And we'll have a look at. I really like this one. This one was really cool.
Well, that's up your alley, isn't it?
Yeah. So you guys like beer?
Love beer.
So if you love beer, you're gonna love this building.
Right.
So this is an Ost house, and what that basically is, it's Old English for I'm just trying to think of the word now. It's escaped my brain.
Hops.
Yeah. So this is basically for roasting hops, drying hops out for beer production.
Good stuff.
So basically, it's a kiln. That's it. It's Old English for kiln. So this cylindrical building, this silo-like building, would have fires in the bottom of it, and then you'd lay your harvested hops along here.
Yeah.
And then the smoke from that would get funneled up, so through the roof, through this where this weather vane is, and it's really cool. You got the chicken on the weather vane, and then that would spin around with the wind to divert where that's blowing.
Yep.
And these are apparently at one point there were like 5,000+ of these across the UK and probably across Europe. I know there's some in Australia as well.
Right.
When they were an important part of beer production, and now a lot of these have been turned into like country cottages and houses.
Wow.
But they're really cool. And if you had a scene on your model railway layout where you could have like a goods train full of hops, have like some beer production sort of thing going on. So I thought that was really cool. If you look at the top barn door, there's like even a small hoist with like a pulley on it.
Oh, yeah.
So that's really cool. But it's a great looking building. I think this is modeled after the kind of building style that you'd see in Kent, England.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's quite accurate in that sense. But yeah, really cool. Really, really cool one.
Loco's got those odd black bricks here and there.
Yes.
They're black bricks, or are they?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. There's a pattern almost.
Yeah.
It's random, but you're right.
Yeah, it's semi-random, but there's almost a system.
Yeah.
So it makes you wonder if when they were laying the bricks, if they just had an odd, like
Black
darker
line,
brick
dark
every
line,
now and
yeah,
then,
yeah.
or if they did that for like to break it up for visual
Yeah,
interest.
could be.
I'd love to know. If anyone's a bricklayer, please let us know.
Yes.
And then I thought this, I won't take it out of the box so you can see it quite clearly, but this is a N gauge. This is Graham Farish, like the locomotives we were looking at. This is what they call a low relief building. So it's really just the facade of it, basically. So this would go up against a backdrop.
Yeah.
Saves you having to have a whole building if you don't have a lot of space. Might be difficult to see the title on the front of it, but this is Balti Towers.
Balti Towers.
Balti Towers. So it's an awful lot like a particular British comedy
I
show
was
that
going to
was
say,
popular.
Balti Tower, yeah.
Yeah, but I think this is an alternate universe. Balti Towers, John Cleef. John Cleef is the actor who played in Balti Towers. So it's
Don't mention the war.
I won't. I
Don't
certainly
mention the
won't.
war.
But yep, alternate universe, Balti Towers. I thought that was really funny.
Yeah, good.
But we got tons. We got tons of Graham Farish and SCENECRAFT buildings that have come in.
Definitely.
This is just a small selection of that. So if you guys are interested, it's worth having a look.
For sure.
Fantastic.
Well, we've had so much new stuff coming, haven't we?
Yeah.
It's been a busy week for that.
It was a
So
little bit quiet, and then kaboom, it's all gone.
full house. Brilliant. So thank you, Marlin.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Marlin.
I will take my building
Oh,
boxes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you.
we keep the buildings.
Oh, you will? Yeah, that's okay. I'll
I'm
put the
joking.
boxes down here. I'll put the boxes in.
Well, in the meantime, did anyone get an idea of what this thing is?
Yes, we've got a
I think
few.
it's
Oh, did we?
Yes. So
They
first
get
one is from
fit.
Oz Scale Molly said, "Is it a rabbit?"
Is it a rabbit? It's a rabbit
Thanks,
in an
guys.
alternate universe.
Thank you, Marlin.
Thanks. Keenan said,
Yes.
"Is it a crab?"
It's not a crab. It's a bit different to a crab.
And got another one for-
There's lots of
Have we got another
suggestions. Elephant.
An elephant.
Yeah, possibly.
It's a little elephant.
Little elephant.
Yep.
Little lobster.
Yeah, sort of. It's a specific. Yep.
Cray.
Yeah, sort of.
Crayfish.
All right, well, we'll get them out of their misery.
Yes, I think
it's a crawfish. So not claw, craw. So crawfish, or I guess it's a bit like a yappy. Or
Yeah.
you see, actually, you can see these around Japan too. They've got these little waterways, and you see these little things just walking around. Yeah, just like this. But you know, in the States, they're quite popular to eat. So
And
get your
so
boils and all the crawfish coming out.
someone might have an idea of building a model of that.
That's right. So here you go. Here's a plastic kit.
Here's the challenge.
All right, let's see what's inside.
So when we went to Japan a few years back, there was a model for virtually anything you can possibly dream,
That's right.
from hot dogs to
Yes,
construction equipment of any kind. To
Yes.
just name it.
yes.
And obviously there is
Well, there's everything, and
Fish.
and obviously
a market for it.
that's right. Everyone's looking something different, and
It's all
then
transparent for a start.
that's right. As you can see, you can't really see much, can you? But let me see if I can do this. No, that's not going to help. Well, there's a head bit. Okay, so just a head bit that should give you an idea of how big this kit's going to be. So you've got the big chunky head. So this is not life scale. It's actually bigger. It's a giant. Okay, so this is going to end up like this sort of size, which is going to be like 20 centimeters long. But you can see all these bits and pieces. So it's articulated. These are little legs. Obviously, you can't see them because they're clear. Or maybe you can see it a bit like that. All right, so you got the little bits of legs. And over here, we've got a bit of the inner frame. And then more inner frame. So you can just imagine, I mean, look at how many bits and pieces are in here. And then we've got legs here.
Oh wow!
Okay, so
That's-
a variety of legs.
oh, you really have to see, but they're really well detailed. Actually,
Well, you can see the hairy bits.
That's right. Yeah.
But yeah, obviously, being clear is a bit tough to see, isn't it? Once we've got here. Well, that's the sort of flexi
Rubber
bits here.
bits,
Yeah. So these are the ball joints to get all the legs working properly. That's probably the base there. You see how the ball joints sort of stick into here, and then they'll just move around. And then you got the body here. So you got the body parts.
It's really rough, actually. Like rough in the sense of giving the actual texture of the.
Well, that's right. I mean,
Of
when
the
you
shell,
look at
really.
that, you can just imagine when you got it in your mouth, it's just cutting your mouth open.
Yes.
You've ever had that happen? No, you're not a seafood man.
No, I'm not a seafood man. Definitely.
I've had that happen. Done that plenty of times with crabs and lobsters. I haven't tried a crawfish yet. as yet, but here's an opportunity. I could try eating one of these, but it probably won't be very tasty.
Tasty, crunchy.
Yes.
We've got Rob asking, is SpongeBob in the box?
Is what?
Is SpongeBob SquarePants in the box?
SpongeBob? Oh, hang on, I haven't looked at the bottom yet. I don't see him
Not SpongeBob.
unless he's clear. No, he's not there. Look at these. These look like the eyes, don't they?
Yes. Oh, that would be nice, interesting detail actually to paint to make it look really realistic, isn't it?
That looks really scary. So, as you can see from here,
Oh, here we go.
Here we
Go
go.
back.
so clear version at the back here, difficult to see, but then they've painted them up, and then
It looks really real, actually.
it does, doesn't it? Looks creepy. So yeah, you could build that up and put it in your collection, or you can build it up and throw it at one of your favorite friends, watch them jump.
That's right.
So yeah,
All right.
something different.
So,
Right.
got a fish as well. So, but yeah, are we going to show this one? I think so.
I think we're allowed to show
I think
this
we're
one,
allowed
aren't
to show this one.
we? There you go.
We won't comment.
No comments? We'll
No
let everyone else
comments.
comment.
Yeah, I think we let comments go,
Okay.
and you can turn it.
It's good, isn't it?
You can put a thumbs up, thumbs down.
So this is from Max Factory. So
Yes.
this is a company by Max Watanabe. Does some interesting figurines. And then he's also a very renowned model builder as well. So these are in 1/20th scale. You get both of these in the packet. So that's a perfect scale for Mac. And something a bit different.
We had some of those before from memory.
We have.
Yeah,
we
a
have.
few of those before. Yeah.
Yes. So
So someone's suggesting this will go well with the Crawfish.
they would, wouldn't they? The Crawfish and the Mac. Imagine that. That'd be a scary universe, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's probably about enough spinning around, isn't
Yes, that's it.
it? Yeah, all right. So since we're talking about Mac, why not move on to Mac?
Yes,
Mac makes sense, doesn't it?
it does indeed.
All right, so we've got some new Mac and some old Mac.
The rig stock.
All right, let's look at this is new stuff. That's brand new.
Grab some of those and put the rig stock at the back.
Yep. Okay, so what do we got here? So we've got the Dachshund. Okay, so the Dachshund is a version of the Grozahund, and
Yes.
that's related to Daisy that Warwick's built, and we've shown plenty of times before. So we actually got a open box of that getting cut at the moment. So look out for that next week. We're getting into some detail into looking at all the pieces. So Mac, if you're not familiar, it's Machinen Krieger,
Yep.
which is a universe that was developed by the artist KOTOBUKIYA. So it was very big in the 80s. It all came out in Nito branded kits. There was some problem with copyright or ownership of the rights, and then it's been cleared up, and then KOTOBUKIYA has full ownership of it now, and he's starting to release kits again. So kits started coming out probably maybe up to 10 years ago, slowly. And then it's mainly between two brands for the plastic kits. There's Wave Models and then HASEGAWA.
HASEGAWA, yeah.
So this particular Dachshund is by HASEGAWA. And then this Krakenvogel is by Wave. Now you'll notice that they've got the family color of the beige. So that's the matte color. And then you also find some of these models they've got the resin type ones, very low production as well. But the whole idea is this particular universe which KOTOBUKIYA's made is it's like a future type universe where you've got a good side and you've got a bad side, okay? But they're both human. So the idea is colonists were sent back to Earth to recolonize, and then they decided that they didn't want to be controlled by an outside force, and then the outside force comes back to sort of bring back all the order. And so hence you've got these machines that got developed. So you've got both sides, and they've got a lot of World War II German influence. And then it's also about the kit bashing. So to make these models, you actually kit bash a lot of other kits to build these designs. So you got the Dachshund, which is both of these are the bad side. So these are the Strahl Democratic Republic droids. So they're not manned at all. You got Dachshund, which it's got this big laser gun, just goes out and kills people, I think. And then you've got the Krakenvogel, which has got big rocket launchers. So this is very much like the what was the previous release? And Mr. Wazza.
Yes.
Well, what's the name of the Krakenvogel base again?
The New Spotter.
New Spotter, that's it.
Ah, yes.
So the New Spotter, which got re-released a few months ago, this is basically the same thing, but it's got a brand new parts. So we'll do an open box of that, and we'll show you what the differences are as well. And then with these two brand new releases, we've got restocks of the Custer. So Custer is the walker, and then we've got the Friedrich as well.
Yep.
And we've also got another one of the very limited sets, which is the Custer and the Friedrich all in one, which was initially released for a gallery exhibition of Kyoyokiana.
Right.
So that's listed there as well. So initially these were released for the Aomori Museum of Art exhibition, and that was quite a number of years ago. So these particular ones are very, very rare. So you've got your choices. You either get the full kit with a very unique artwork, or you can get the individual ones. So another reason for these is each kit comes with quite unique artwork. So that's how they
The boxes are collectible
as well.
Yeah.
Yes. So what's that? So that's all the new Mac stuff. Okay, that's so brand new Dachshund. Okay, so it's got a different snout, different armor on the back. Got the Krakenvogel, which is like a fully weaponized version of the new spotter. We've got the full Custer Friedrich set, limited set, and then we've got the Friedrich and the Custer. Yeah, and they're all back in stock. Now the walkers are really popular. So these, I don't think these are going to last very long. We've had one initially from last year, and we've got one left, and then we've got another restock, and then after this, I think they're going to be finished.
That's right.
Yeah. So get onto the walkers because when they go out of production, their price rises heavily.
That's right. Yeah. And I think we have some parts from Hearns Workshop coming for one of those. Is that correct?
For we've got the Dachshund, we've got the arm and stuff that will work on that.
That's right. Yeah.
And then actually I've got the Bomber Cat, which has come back. So that's a flying version. That'll take the Hearns Workshop engine.
Right.
So the one that comes with the Bomber Cat or the Falkies at the moment is it looks okay, but it's a little bit basic.
Yeah.
So if you want it to be exactly the same as the original that Kyoyokan built, then use the original one. Yeah. But if you want it to have a bit more depth to it, get one of the Hearns Workshop ones. It's got a lot more sharp detail to it. And then I think we'll slowly be releasing some more bits and pieces to suit this.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Because it's one of our favorite. I mean, I reckon my favorite for sure.
Definitely.
So that's Mac.
Good.
Yes.
Right. So go up there.
You know what?
Go.
Yep.
And I think they're going to fit anymore, isn't it? All right. This guy can go here, Frederick.
Yeah.
Keep an eye.
Keep an eye on things.
Yeah. All right. We're almost at the end, I think.
Oh, really? We've still got plenty though.
We've got a couple more. We've got these guys up here.
Yep. Okay. So we've got the Evangelion. So a couple of Evangelions from Evangelion 2 and Evangelion 3. We've got this Macross Walker. So Macross is like what's that other series that we grew up with? It wasn't called Macross here. Robotech. So got Robotech type here. I quite like this one because it's halfway transformed. It's a walker with still the fighter part on the top. And then this is brand new. I'm not really familiar with
this one here.
So Space Pirate Battleship Arcadia.
Yeah.
So what is it? Captain Harlock. So I'm sure all the guys that are into all the Japanese anime will probably be able to fill me in on this one. But I particularly like the cool shapes of it.
Yeah.
It's a very big kit. Quite nice. And then apart from that, we've got
this one we didn't talk about.
Oh yeah, so that one that's also another Macross. So this is just coming from HASEGAWA. So this particular one is the Thunderbolt SVT-27. So this is a twin-seater. It's quite advanced in the Macross type aircraft. And then
I've got more.
Oh yes, we've got 3 different things that I'd like to show you. So we've got a restock of this one. We haven't had any ZOIDS for a while. So Red Horn is back in stock. This is a massive kit.
It's huge.
There's a lot to it.
Definitely.
Yeah. So you can't miss out on this if you really like your ZOIDS.
Yes.
And then
your favorite.
This one's pretty special.
Oh yeah.
So this is Steel Rain. So Steel Rain is a new vehicle from the HASEGAWA range from KOTOBUKIYA. Yeah. So I think Warwick really likes this one. It converts from a helicopter to a walker. So I don't know. Maybe we just try and have a look from the top there.
Yeah. Here we go. Oh, that's it.
It's pretty funky, isn't it? Okay, so you got the helicopter version here, and then it folds into this particular walker.
I would like to say it almost looks like, is it Ed 09 from RoboCop?
It's got that sort of look, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's got that ED109. It's got that hammerhead look there, and you got the legs, and then over here you can see how they've dropped in the figure. So this is actually 1/24 scale, so it's massive. It's designed to take their figures, which are like action figures. Actually, I've got some figures here that I didn't pull out, but you can get a whole range of them. So female figurines and a male type, and then also your favorite frame arms. That's the same scale to fit into this.
I saw one around here before. Here.
Is she there? Oh
Yeah.
no, they're a bit different.
This frame arm here. Yeah.
Oh, there she is. That's the one.
That's it.
So that's the frame arm girl that will.
The little one.
Yeah, 24 scale one. They'll fit inside. So
That's it.
fully articulated as well.
So-called hand scale.
Hand scale. That's right. It fits in your hand. And then you've got all the different eyes, of course. The different expressions. Superposable. And then this is showing you how you can fit her into all these different kinds of hexagear vehicles, just like the helicopter we had before. And then what do you got there? You got some HASEGAWA
resin figures.
Yeah.
So that's 1/12 scale. All both of them. 1/20 actually. This one and 1/12 that one.
Yeah. So you got the 1/12 scale one here, which is a bigger scale, like this. That's fully built and painted. So that'll suit really well with 12 scale motorbike kits. Make a little diorama. Then this one here is 1/20 scale.
It's an 8-girl collection.
Yeah. So it comes with an eggplane.
Oh, it
The
does.
eggplane's there as well. So that's part of quite a series of them.
Yes.
And 20 scale is quite popular now too, because again, 20 scale fits Mac perfectly.
That's right.
So you can have that together with this. I mean, she's in her, I guess, is that a Chinese dress? I don't know.
I was going to say, if it's, it looks very Chinese. Haku.
Haku Rinfa. I don't know.
Sounds more Japanese, doesn't it? I don't know.
But I mean, that looks very Chinese. So yeah.
Yeah,
So there you go. So that's quite nice. And then finally, I got this little fella.
He's going to be in our homes very soon, doing all kind of things. Coffee, cleaning, cooking,
Keep you company.
keep you company.
Yeah. So
All
I don't
kind
know.
of
It's a dog cat thing with a big arm on its back, and I can't work out whether or not this is based on something that's meant to be real. But it's got headlights on it. It's got
okay.
tail lights. Quite a nice kit because it's got a full frame too.
Wow.
It's got suspension little springs. It's quite funny, really. And then you've got the arm all fully folded out here.
This is a friendly version of Spot.
Friendly Spot. Spot looks
from
aggressive.
Foster Robotics, so it looks a bit dangerous, and this guy looks definitely friendlier.
For sure. I mean, Spot just looks like a...
Exactly.
This is a pit bull. So, and this one just looks like a pussycat. So here, there's the back of the... oh, well, that's where the head goes. So I guess overall it's probably 10 centimeters.
Yep.
But you look at here, there's all the grey bits for making the whole framework. So it's pretty complicated for a simple looking robot kit. But put that together on a diorama, I think that would be quite interesting.
I think so too, yeah.
So that's Tamatsu. I think that's how you pronounce it. Tamatsu. And that's black one, because I think you can get them in white and a few different colors too. But I guess you can paint it anything you want. So I think that's probably about it. I guess
there's definitely a lot more, I guess, in the stash there. So
Yes.
I guess next Friday we'll have another round.
yes.
But I think today we had
So I picked some of the things that sort of grabbed my attention initially, and I guess what we've got left, we just got the car left, yeah.
got a car. We haven't done our RC bit, but we can postpone that to next week so I can practice. So we are going to talk about bitlock wheels today, but didn't get to it. So rockcrawling. So
we had so much
we're gonna
stuff
do
to
it-
go through.
tutorial next week on how to prepare some RC wheels for rock crawlers. That would take anything between 10 minutes and 2 hours.
Oh, let's see. Well done.
Can take a bit longer. So anyway, we'll talk about that tomorrow. But before we finish today, we need to reveal this.
Okay. So did we get any takers?
No, I think we got distracted with all these new models.
Was it too hard? Was it?
No, I'm
Oh,
pretty
it's
sure
too
we
much.
can
There was too much
get to
thing
it.
to look at before.
I think so. So
Yes.
we agreed there is a Ferrari, and it's obviously red. Should we? Let's see. Let's give it a minute. Let's see if anyone can comment
let's,
on this.
let's do another angle. How about this angle?
Very nice front on it.
Yeah, that's definitely a classic. So I was just reading before. Let's see if anyone, there was a V12, and it was producing, I think, 330 horsepowers.
V12.
Is that a V12? I thought I read it. Yeah, it looks like.
Well, that'll mean it's sitting in the back then, right? It'll have to be under here
Yes.
because I don't think it'll fit in that little box there.
5-speed gearbox.
That's really interesting where you see the gear shift is on this.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a bit different. And it was, we are talking at 310 horsepower at 7,500 RPM.
7,500.
That's a lot.
That'll be screaming.
That is a lot. So this is not a Porsche. I think we agree it's a Ferrari.
I think Tony's got the model.
It's got this big Ferrari sticker right on the side of
Yeah,
it.
I think Tony has it.
Has he got it?
That's a 250. It's a Ferrari 250, which there is a specific lettering.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a bit tricky.
That is going to be tricky.
It is a 250. So it's a 250P.
P.
So what do you think the P stands for?
I don't know. I have Google open here. Let's see if they say.
P for pretty. No?
Could be. Doesn't say what it's P for.
Yes, it is a bit of a
But
shit.
that was
P for fast. Spelled with
P for
PH.
fast. That's true.
No?
Let's see what P is from.
Well, it's a press
Yeah.
car, so would it be for press? No?
Tony said possibly for prototype.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, sounds good to
I was
me.
reading there was a press. But actually, this is the first one they've done for the press release day. Actually, this model. Actually,
So 250P.
250p for
Press day.
prototype.
1963.
So yes, so let's jump on the top camera so we can see some detailing. So this again is 18 scale model from BBR, very classic. Again, you can see how fine the clear windows.
Yeah, that's right.
And
So you've got the
windscreen.
vac-form windows and windscreen,
that's
which
like
makes it
perfect.
super scale.
Absolutely.
But sometimes these 18 scale cars, they use mega thick plastic. So I guess makes it stronger, but I mean, it doesn't quite look right, does it?
And so
But when you got open glass, which is rimless glass across the top, you really want to see that, don't you?
you want to see, because that has to be almost to scale to, but it's very hard to scale something that is a few millimeter
No, that's right.
in a 1-to-1 scale. But these guys are trying their best to get it really as close as possible.
Yeah.
The spoke wheels,
Now the spokes are incredibly fine,
really fine.
super nice. So focusing in,
Not yet.
don't like it.
I think
No,
yes,
don't like
that's it.
Oh, is that good?
Yeah, I think you can see now.
So it's quite amazing how well they've done the spokes on this.
It's very hard to see them to actually, but they're there. And then I think the interiors, as you were pointing before, is quite interesting. The gear shifting is on the right side.
So yeah, so I guess because this is a right-hand drive, traditionally on a left-hand drive car, it feels more natural to have gear shifting with your
Yeah.
right hand.
Yeah.
So they've just left it there, like they've shifted it all the way over this side.
Yep.
Just to make it probably more comfortable for the driver. And then you got a super fine windscreen wiper. Don't know if you can really see it there, but that's
Yeah.
photo etched metal. That's stainless steel, super thin. It's probably like 1/3 of a mil.
Yep.
And I really like the blue seats.
Definitely. And,
And
the brown
then-
steering wheel, leather steering wheel.
Yep. And maybe you can see the instrument panel there. Maybe. Maybe if I can trigger the camera into focusing up to there. No, not quite.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Have I got it?
Don't move.
How's that?
Look at that. Spot on. Very good.
You can even see what looks like little pot rivets around the window's edge on the actual body. Are they little silver spots I was seeing along the...
Yes, the riveting here. Let's see. It's probably hard to see. There's some riveting there.
Oh yeah, so
Wow.
there is riveting. It's part of the texture of the mold, so they've been painted over. But you can definitely see them. Super nice finishing, and so you see the reflections coming off that. In the front end, super low pro. And then I quite like the back end as well, because you've got this this grated section.
Yes.
Really fine. I guess you need the air to go through that big gigantic engine too.
That's right. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool down a bit. Yeah.
Then you got twin exhausts.
See how fine they were, the exhaust back in the 60s compared to what we see today on the modern supercars?
Oh, just little skinny things. That's all you need,
Very
isn't it?
skinny, yeah.
I mean, it's only doing 7,500 revs. What else do you need?
That's right.
That's it. I quite like these early design cars with the chopped off back.
Yes.
You know, the back's just got sliced. And you got those big, really smooth wheel arches. Really nice.
Very good.
Hmm.
Excellent.
250p.
250p 1963 BBR 118 scale.
I just noticed a rear vision mirror.
Oh, there is one there too.
You see that
Actually,
on the
let
inside?
me jump on the other camera again.
Rear vision mirror.
Really, how
It's basically looking
Just around
at your
you can see a small silver bit
passenger's
there.
face.
Yes, that's right.
Just checking your passenger's face.
Just for makeup purposes.
That's right. Just make sure it looks okay. And then you're looking through there. You can just see
Yeah,
it
here we
through
go.
there.
Look at that. That's a perfect shot.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a bit of different thinking, isn't it?
Definitely. I think you like this one.
I do like this one.
It's for sale, actually.
No, you don't say. You don't say.
I will say, additionally, I like how they put the paint job of the road onto the actual plate.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. Yeah. So you got this starting grid type thing. It's quite nice. You got a sort of dirt effect on the rally ones too, right?
Yes, they
The
do.
Integrale
They
have
do,
that.
yeah. Yeah, that's right.
So this is
That's
one of the this is a BBR die cast resin. Beautiful.
I like the fuel cap as well. I didn't see that one.
I didn't see the fuel cap before. Fuel cap is really
Jump here. Here we go.
what would have been aluminium back in the day.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
And no need to paint that. Just slap it on.
Here we go. Yes.
Nice bit of detail. Yeah,
Brilliant. Well,
good stuff.
and with this, I think we're done for today.
We are.
We
Hey,
are.
time
We
goes
went quite
very
long,
quickly.
actually, an hour and 20.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Extra long.
Yes.
Too many kids.
Yes.
So
I think
let's see
that's
if there is any other questions.
yeah.
Good. 10 seconds for questions.
That's right. If you want me to run around the store and pick up something, let me know now.
Now, never.
That's it.
Otherwise, I think we're gonna leave it next week. Matt.
Can we? Is there a possible idea of what we might see from RC next week at all for the fans?
Well,
RC,
we still haven't done the unboxing of
the Fire
Fire
Dragon.
Dragon.
Yeah, we didn't do the Fire Dragon. That was meant to be done last week.
That could be for next week.
Yes.
We got one still here.
Yep.
We're
And
gonna
then,
talk about rock crawler wheels.
yep. So we're going to do
An assembly
mount up.
mount up. So
Yep.
the specific type of wheels that are used on rock crawlers and some other cars.
Yep.
So there's no need for gluing, but there's a bit of mechanical assembly required.
Yes.
And I think we're going to hopefully receive a few new RC products next week. So we'll, and if you have any question or any suggestion, we are happy to accommodate, actually.
Of course.
So let us know. So as usual, jump online and follow us on YouTube. We have a new video going up every day.
Yep.
And so quite a bit of content there. Just jump in, comment, let us know what you think. Any other new video you'd like to see, please let us know.
For sure.
We post a few times a day on Facebook and
We
Instagram.
do. And I haven't forgotten, Tony. I'm going to be doing that tutorial on how to paint the wooden propeller.
Wooden propeller.
The
We
wooden propeller.
got
Yes.
some preparation going,
That's right.
bit of thinking.
Yes.
So we'll get to that one.
Yep.
So any suggestion, let us know. It may take a couple of weeks or 3, but we'll get to them eventually.
Yes.
So follow us through the week.
Hmm.
Any suggestion, we'll bring it to our live show every Friday at 2 p.m. So have a good weekend for now.
That's right. Thanks for joining us from around the
Indeed.
world.
Absolutely. Thank you for being with us. Enjoy the weekend and see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.